Good morning. This is Chris VR, and welcome. We'll be talking more about the Cisco's newest innovation in the data center, which is Cisco's Intersight. But before that, let's start with what Cisco did in the past and why Intersight. Why did they develop Intersight? Cisco had an innovation in the data center, especially in the servers, where they introduced UCS Manager embedded in the Fabric Interconnect. With that technology, they are able to manage multiple servers, be it rack mount or blades, in a single management plane. It's what we call the UCS Manager, and it can actually scale up to 160 physical servers. Another innovation from there is they've introduced what they call a service profile. Service profile is the identity of a physical server, wherein all the things that it needs, all the things that a server needs to run is actually embedded there. So from the MAC address to the firmware version to the number of NICs to if it's connecting to a fiber channel storage, it's written in the service profile. And this service profile, you can actually move that to any server within that particular management domain. So if you're connecting a blade server and that particular blade server fails, you can actually move that service profile and to another available service, to another available server, and you'll be able to just boot it as if it is that particular server. And more than that, you can actually move that service profile from blade to a rack mount, to a blade in another chassis. Well and good in a single unified domain, in a single management domain. But most of the customers is not residing in a single data center. Most of the customers have multiple data centers. And that's why they introduced what they call UCS Central. So UCS Central is a way to be able to manage multiple domains or multiple UCS managers as one. So now you can actually share service profiles from one data center to another data center. Some of the use cases would be disaster recovery, wherein that particular server, that particular data center actually went down. Now be able to pull out the service profiles from that particular data center, move that to your disaster recovery, and able to boot it up as if it is that particular server. Now, Cisco is actually introducing Cisco Intersight. Cisco Intersight, the newest innovation in their servers, is a management platform that delivers intuitive computing through cloud-powered intelligence. The platform actually offers a more intelligent level of management that enables you or us to be able to analyze, simplify, and automate the environments in a way that are not possible with prior generation of tools. And you've got lots of tools, from your your server management to operating system management to your virtualization layer management to your storage array management, and then orchestrating that. You get lots of these tools. And what Cisco Intersight did was collapse that to a single management tool. With that, you're able to empower your organizations to achieve significant savings and even reduce your total cost of ownership to deliver applications faster and support new business initiatives. So what does it really do? Cisco's Intersight gives us the following features. From a unified management. When I say unified management, it does not just mean management of UCS, but management of your entire data center. This includes third-party storage systems like Pure. We actually have a demo of you be able to manage and have a complete inventory of the Pure storage array integrated into Intersight. And VMware as well. You can now be able to manage your virtualization layer on Cisco Intersight. On a single dashboard, you can now monitor your HCI, Hyperflex, your UCS, your vSphere, your Pure storage array, And you to be able to manage all these three layers, all these hardware in a single window, you would be able to orchestrate now things. It's easier now to orchestrate objects from a creation of virtual machine to a creation of a data store to a creation of a new storage array and mounting that to particular hosts. Also, since this is deployed actually in the cloud, you can manage these devices remotely anywhere without doing VPN to your data center. Gone are the days of you need to have a VPN connection to your system, to your head office, so that you can manage your data center. We're now offering this remotely, anywhere, any machine, but still be able to secure it. Still have that security of authentication to that particular data center. You would also be able to configure, provision. You can configure and provision your entire data centers, from deploying your HyperFlex clusters, and this can all be done remotely. Just need internet connection. It's so easy to actually claim devices with Cisco's Intersight. I just be able to have that a particular code and then launch that to Cisco Intersight. And now you'll be able to claim that device. And now you'll be able to deploy your full HyperFlex cluster with a click of a finger remotely, wherein you'll be able to install your virtual machines. And we're actually managing vCenter here, so you can deploy virtual machines already on that particular data center, even if you are sitting 500 miles away from that particular data center. It also gives you like an inventory information of all your servers, from the serial numbers and even to the support. If you have a valid contract, it's actually being displayed. What's the significance of that? It will be able to help you forecasting your OPEX, minimizing your risk. Know that you are all covered with service contracts. Then if that particular server fails, you are confident enough to be able to open tickets so that we will be able to support you. Minimizing risks. That's what we're actually doing with Intersight as well. And not only we're monitoring the contracts or the support contracts, we're also able to give you hardware compatibilities, or HCLs. What's the significance of HCL? So HCLs gives you the confidence that the firmware that you're deploying to your servers is actually fit to the applications that you're running, to the virtualization software that you're running, or to the operating systems that you're running. We'll give you this firmware updates because we know what is running inside your servers. Able to recommend the right operating system, we're able to recommend the right firmwares, the right drivers for your current system, for current hardware. And we can again give you security alerts. If there's like vulnerabilities that are found, we would be able to advise you and move forward. How will we be able to move forward? How are we going to be doing the workaround? And is there a software update that's coming to be able to resolve those security alerts? We're also introducing Connected TAC. Connected TAC can actually reduce your turnaround time for support calls. Have you ever experienced calling for a support and then the support engineer is asking for logs, for diagnostic logs, and then the diagnostic logs is about 4 gig in size? And imagine your application is down while you're trying to export that 4 gig from the servers to your laptop and then uploading it to our portal. That would actually disappear with Connected TAC because we'll be able to access those system logs directly because it's reporting to Intersight. With Cisco's Intersight, we also have an open APIs that can integrate to any software. Like ServiceNow, for example, like you're doing any change request or able to, if you're deploying, you can actually access ServiceNow, and ServiceNow triggers the APIs from Intersight. That can actually be done. And finally, since this is running on a software as a service model, it is actually in a cloud, we would be able to push innovations to the software without affecting your production. It actually see, when you're logging in, you're actually going to be able to see that, hey, there's a new update coming in. There's a new feature that was updated, and you can actually use it already. Cisco Intersight continually evolves. Got new innovations coming up, which was introduced, which was announced during Cisco Live Barcelona, like how that we can actually manage Kubernetes, as well as the release of Intersight Workload Optimizer, which would enable you to assure application performance before it goes down. Okay, so it's not keeping up logs and then saying, hey, your servers are dying and you need to have more memory. Well, Intersight Workload Optimizer gives the resources immediately before the application goes down. And it doesn't just manage the UCS or your data center that's being managed by Intersight. You can actually also connect that to Amazon. You can actually connect that to Azure. We're giving you that complete data center, a distributed data center, because that's what we're looking at. Why the reason why we put that Intersight into the cloud is that because we're seeing an increase of distributed data centers. So it doesn't make sense for you to have multiple UCS managers or multiple management servers on your data, on multiple data centers. So let's just simplify it, connect everything to the cloud, and manage everything. Have complete visibility, be it any location at all. Cisco Intersight has come a long way already, starting just from managing your servers. We've evolved into even day zero deployments, and now we're able to deploy even workloads, as well as assure application performance. And that's what about it. That's all the innovations currently that Cisco Intersight has. And you may look into ways in terms of how it would actually affect your environment, how you'd actually use your environment. You can actually manage your environment using your phones with Cisco Intersight. If you need more information, you can actually go to the links below or contact your AM or Cisco AM, and we'll schedule a demo, and we can actually have a WebEx or so that you would be able to feel what or see what Cisco Intersight is all about. Thank you for your time.